Cool. Yeah. So don't be here and then don't be like on your social media, or don't be here and then, you pay half attention and whatnot. Number one. Number two, have your pen and paper ready. Okay. So if you don't have your pen and paper ready, go grab it right now, because trust me, you're going to need it. There's so much information that we're gonna go over. And, the overall aim, the overall target of this call, guys, is for you guys to really know what to do. Okay. So as I said earlier on the call, you guys, when someone hit P150, when someone go P600, there's always some sort of like leadership training that we do. Okay, cool. Now that you're an IBO, these are your activities that you need to be doing, and these are your do's and your don'ts, if that makes sense. But when you go live, same thing must be taught, and that's what this call is really, really going to target. Okay, both from myself and both from Mr. Jeff as well, who's going to be coming on later on. Okay. The first, I'm gonna take care of the first quarter, okay, and then I'm gonna pass it on to our special guest. He's gonna, come in with some more nuggets. So you guys really want to stay in till the end of the call, so you can get the nuggets, okay. So the first part I'm gonna go over, and I hope you start taking some notes from now. Number one, I want to go over skill set, okay, because they say trading is 10% skill set and 90% mindset, okay. So I'm gonna quickly blitz, and this is what I do, okay. This is what I do on a personal daily basis. This is what I do, so I can only tell you what I do. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to say, hey, guys, this is what you need to do, and then I don't even do it. I don't even know about it, okay? So understand everything that I'm about to, from my side, I'm going to talk to you guys from my experience, okay? So number one, skill set, okay? The skill set, after when you know your strategy, all right, is pretty much you're just going to need to plug in. Okay, plug in, take notes, keep on learning. Okay, those are the best nuggets I can give you. You always got to remain a student. Don't think like, oh yeah, the market right now. Don't think like, oh, you know what, I'm seeing some sort of consistent profit, like I'm good. Okay, I'm good. It's not really the case. You always got to put your head down and look to create the best version of yourself. Okay, look to create the best version of yourself. Number two, start to teach others. Okay, start to teach others. The reason why is because when you start teaching others now, what do you think that's going to happen to you? Okay, that's going to make you think of ways of, number one, putting it in. You may think you understand something, okay, but then you need to take your thoughts, put it into words, so now someone else can understand it. Okay, number one. Number two, they may need to have like multiple explanations. So what is that going to do to you? That's going to make you think of ways of explaining the same topic to someone else. So it's going to help you, again, put the information more into your head, if that makes sense. Okay, and again, this is where I am is like the best thing ever. Why? Because that can be done through the other side. Okay, when you go P150, guess what? You now have 3 lives that's relying on you for you to help them level up. So you can actually start with the 3, then you move on to the 12, then the 30, and whatnot. Okay, if you can't teach others, look to co-hosts. Okay, go up to your guy, go up to your trading mentor, go up to your trader in your team, and look to co-host the call with them. Okay, be like, hey man, listen, this week, this specific trade, okay, has been really, really clean. Okay, all of the confirmation got met and everything. Okay, and do you mind if you give me about 5 minutes and I'll hop on and I'll talk about how that went through for me. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have in terms of skill set. As I said, I'm going to dive in more into mindset. Now, before I do, I just want to let you guys know a couple of things. The way the bit that we're the trading that we're personally doing is very different. What I mean by that is brand new. Okay, it is brand new. No one has seen this kind of trading before, because trading before used to be, you're calling up your broker. You then tell your broker what price you want to be in, you want to be filled in, and then your broker's gonna then do it, or blah blah. Right now, all we have to do is we just have to look at our phone, look at our entry, press buy, press sell, and then boom, we're in the market. Okay, so as I said, this kind of trading is really, really different. Now, within this brand new trading, there's actually several ways of trading. So you get the way I like to say is you get 2 sides. You get the one side, I call these guys like the copy and pasting guys. Okay, like they come in. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. You come in, you're looking to actually just copy and paste. Okay, as I said, IAM is also going to help you with that, because we have several products. Harmonic Scanner, we have Gold Cup, we have Swipe Trade, we have Swipe Coin. All of these products are going to help you within that. Now, again, when I first started, when I just got hold of the basics, when I just knew, okay, cool, how to place a trade and how to manage my risk, and then I started using those products, because they're they're gonna keep me up with things, whilst I then put my head down and I've learned the skill set, which is the other side of the trading I'm going to be talking about, which is also where this course is going to be more specifically targeted to. So definitely plug in if you're one of those guys that's looking to use the product, but plug in, okay, and pay attention. If you even have a 0.01% of a desire for you to start taking some of your own trades, okay, for you to start, like, what I like to say is like having a 12-month vacation whereby you can be in Thailand, you can be in Europe, you can be in America, okay? As long as you're connected to the internet, as long as you got, TradingView, you got your MT4, you're able to pull up the charts and you're able to make money, okay? You can literally be in a 12-month vacation and you can come in and you can make any money that you like, okay? That's the goal that everybody around me we're going to that. Number one. Number two, again, as I said, if you don't know how to get there but you have that desire, definitely plug in, okay? Definitely plug in, because this is gonna get you over there. Now, as I said, I'm gonna be moving on a little bit onto the mindset. For me, again, how I manage my mindset, especially when it comes to trading, is meditate. Guys, if you're looking to start holding your own trades, look to meditate. Meditation is going to change you forever, okay? Every trader should meditate. Now, what do you think that's going to do? That's going to relax your mind, number one. Number two, that's going to make you stop rushing in the market. So when price comes to your entry, stop rushing. When you're in a trade, stop rushing in the sense that you don't want to come out of the trade, okay? Number two, exercise. Look to exercise. Now, in bracket, I've put multiple things. The reason why is because you got to find out your own exercise. Okay, you've got to. Cool, there you go. Right, you've got to look for your own exercise that's gonna make you change your frequency. For me, that's running. I love to go for a jog, for a run, because that's gonna make me sweat. That's gonna make me just relax myself, my body, my mind. The third thing I would say is eat well and drink well. Okay. You don't want to be, hungry if you're in front of the computer. The reason why is because then you're not going to start thinking right. Okay, and if you're not thinking right, you've already lost the trade before you've even entered. Okay, eat and drink must be like the priority. Look to drink about 1 to 2 liters a day. Okay, number three. Number four, sleep well. Okay, make sure you're having your 6, 7, 8. How many hours you can run? 6, 7, 8 hours on average. Okay, look to have those sleep. Okay, because if you're not sleeping, if you're up all night because you're worried, if you're up all night because you're just in front, you're glued up in front of the screen, it's not gonna work well. Why? Number one, your eyes gonna be drained. Okay, and guys, if you don't have your eyes, how you gonna enter trades? Okay. Number two, your mind is not gonna be relaxed. Understand, we are human beings, that we need our rest time. So go ahead and sleep well. 5, as well as putting in time in the charts, stay off the charts. Something that I've personally realized, staying off the charts definitely helps. So, not having to think, okay, cool, I'm in the trade now, let me enter. Or I'm in front of the charts now, let me enter for a quick scalp, let me enter for the 5 minutes to 3 minutes and whatnot, okay? Staying off the charts really help. And the sixth thing is give time. Don't rush. Guys, the market is older than everybody on the call. The market's been here for 100 years. Why just now, just a month ago, just a year ago, just 2 years ago, you started trading and then you're like, yo, let me make my quick million? No, understand there's a process behind it, okay? There's this quote that I love so much. It says, God is not in a rush, you're in a rush, okay? You are in a rush. And ask yourself this question as well. Why are you in a rush, okay? If tomorrow you get your desired results, if tomorrow you get your desired 6 figures, 7 figures, do you know where every single penny, every single pound is going to? Because if you don't know, honestly, you don't deserve that money, okay? Because you're not going to be grateful for it. And we're going to touch gratefulness in a minute. So give time, guys. Do not rush. On that note as well, you've been broke, okay? Everyone on this call should be 18 plus. You've been broke for 18 years plus. Why are you rushing to make it in 1 day or 2 days, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years? Okay, understand there's a process behind it. Okay, number 7, goals. Okay, now there's pros and cons. Okay, when people have goals, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having goals, but understand what happens when you do have goals. Okay, there's a difference between goals and there's a difference between expectation. A lot of us, we have goals, but we use them as expectation. For example, in 2 years' time, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a 6-figure trader. Guess what? When 2 years happens, okay, when 2 years is over, you look back and you're like, mate, wait, where's this 6 figures, like, where's this 6-figure account? Like, I don't have it. Okay, I don't have it. I've been doing everything, okay? I've been, thinking about it, I've been visualizing it, whatnot, but it's not here. Understand, goals are not expectations. Goals are never meant to be met, okay? Because once you do achieve something, guess what? There's another level. Guess what? There's another level. We saw this perfectly on the other side of the business, okay? We had Chairman 500. Understand, about a month ago, we never had Chairman 750. Today, we've got Chairman 750. The one after that is Chairman 1,000, a million a month. Okay, $1 million a month. Now, this call is not on that side, but understand, goals are never meant to be met. There's always another level. There's always another level, because hey, look, if your desired goal is to be a 6-figure trader, I urge you to go and sit down with a 6-figure trader and see if he's happy where he is. Okay, because I'm pretty sure his goal is to hit 7 figures now. Okay, and you can do the same thing for the 7-figure trader, because his goal is to hit 8 figure now. Okay, so there's always another level. Don't let your goals, put you down. Okay, use them as a stepping stone, definitely. But if they're not met at that desired time, okay, don't be upset. It's like another thing that Luke Kumar, I think his name is. He said the results is gonna come in due time. Perfect example around us, when pregnant moms get are pregnant with the baby, the doctors say, hey, look, your baby's going to be here in 9 months. But guess what? There's no guarantee that the baby's going to be here in 9 months. The baby's going to be here in due season. So whenever the baby's due, that's when it's going to be here. Okay? It could be here 8 months. It could be here 7 months. It could be here 10 months. We don't know. Even the doctor's estimating and saying that 9 months. Okay, but the baby's going to be here in due season. So same thing, your desired goals, your desired results are going to be here in due season. Number 8, have a trading journal. Okay, have a trading journal. For those of you who've been plugging in my course for the past 2 weeks, I've been showing you my personal trading journal. And I think this is something that Jeff is also going to go over. Guys, trust me, mine and his are very, 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 very similar, because we follow the same educators. Okay, but again, when he's going to go over it, you would get another idea of how it looks, because I know he's been plugging in, he's been, putting in all the before and after and all of the links and whatnot, so you guys can have an idea. Now, number 9 is kind of like, is one that's not for everybody, but it definitely helped me. So back when I first started, right, I used to, enter trades, and then my emotions used to get the best of me. Then what I had a life journal alongside my trading journal, okay? And on that life journal, all I would write down would be the main events. So today, something happened, okay? Or today was my birthday, I felt great. And then what I would do is I will match that main event, my feeling mood, to my trading day, okay? So if days that I'm feeling great, my pattern was days that I was feeling great, my results was great. Days that I was not feeling great, my results was not great. So guess what? That taught me a lesson that whenever I'm emotional, to not even be near the chart. No matter if I'm talking to Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's telling me, yo, buy Euro NZD, sell Euro NZD. Doesn't matter. I know what I am in that market right now. I am emotional, therefore I don't need to be in. Okay? So if that helps you, go ahead and use number 9. Number 10, understand something, okay? So when you're emotional as well, you are energy, okay? You are energy, you float around in frequencies. So ask yourself this question, why is it that some days you're happy and some days that you're sad, okay? Again, I want you guys to understand this as well. Like, the event does not matter. The event that happened, the event that caused you that feeling does not matter. It's how you respond to it that matters. For example, that energy that has gone to the feeling of happiness is the same energy that goes into you being and feeling upset. Understand that, because that's very crucial. If you understand that, you can actually recycle that and then put it back into your happiness. And then we're going to talk about that in a minute. So for me personally, when I realized that I was upset, when I realized that I was emotional for whatever reason, for whatever event that happened in my day, in my week, in my month, okay, I would sit down and I would do a couple of things. For example, I would listen to music. Understand, music, behind it, there's frequencies. So if you listen to music, you're going to vibrate on that frequency. Number 1. Number 2, again, our body, our brain is made up of water. And if you put, again, different music tunes, different frequencies, you'll see water waving up and down in different frequencies. So that's pretty much us. Okay. Read books. That's something for me that personally helped me. Read books. Why? Because then when I learn something new, okay, I have this good feeling. Okay, I have this good feeling. Again, as I said, look to have exercise, look to watch videos. Now, within those, one of the things that we're going to touch on in a minute is comparison. But when you're watching videos, try not to sway in the sense of, hey, look, I don't have what they have and I want to feel upset and whatnot. But look for it in terms of inspiration. If they can have it, I can also have it as well. Okay. Number 11, know your market. Okay, know your market. So as I said, having staying off the chart is important, as well as you being in the chart. So know your market. By that I mean, don't just go and trade 10, 20, 30 different pairs. I know some of us do that. Why? Because, okay, well, we've got this, we're in this financial markets right now and we need to make money today. Okay, it's not the case. Don't go and don't look at 30 pairs. Okay, someone told me that if you can't master one, you can't master, you master none. Have one, master it, know the markets inside out. For example, again, this is Jeff who showed me this. He pulled up his list, and he's only, you guys would see later, he's only got about 4 or 5 of them maximum. Okay, so if he's doing it, why are you looking at 4 or 10? Why are you looking at 20? Why are you looking at 30? Okay, don't be a jack of all trades. Pick 1 or 2 and master those. All right, so that's number 11. Number 12 is the big one, social media. Okay, now a lot of us, I remember when I first started as well, we would be seeing those social medias, whether it's someone having a great blue day, whether it's someone having the best entries, whether it's someone that grew their account from, 100 to now 1,000 to now 10,000, whatever. And then we look at them and we compare ourselves. Okay, we're like, oh man, wait, how come this person, is making that much money and I'm in the same platform and I'm not making money? Okay, understand comparison is the thief of joy, is the thief of happiness, right? So don't compare, but as I said, look for inspiration. Tell yourself, hey, look, if they can do that, I can do that as well. If this person didn't know how to trade before, guess what? I didn't know how to trade before. All I need to do is I need to believe, I need to put in the time, I need to put in the work, and it's going to happen for me. Okay, so social media, as I said, very, very, very important one. Now, number one, again, a lot of us, we focus on the trading, but a lot of us, we also focus outside of trading as well. For example, if someone is out living their life, like going on holiday, and we're here stuck, and we're like, wait, why are we stuck? By this time, I should have been on 12th vacation. I should have been, outside of my job. I should be unemployable. Why am I not? So again, do not look for comparison. You're going to be harming yourself. And you don't want to bring that into the market, because then these are things that's when revenge trading starts kicking in. Okay, that's when all of that stuff is kicking in. That's when greed, fear starts kicking in, and guys, those emotions you don't want. The last thing I want to go over is gratitude. Gratitude brings happiness. So as I said, comparison is the thief of joy, is the thief of happiness, but gratitude brings happiness. Okay, it turns what you have into enough. Okay, it turns what you have into enough. All right. Now, raise your frequency by you giving out gratitude. That's why, on my calls now, I start to say, hey, guys, put down the number one thing that you're most grateful for. Okay, because then understand when you're grateful, you're vibrating at a higher frequency, and if you're vibrating at a higher frequency, that's going to reflect into the charts. Okay, I know to some of you, this may be like, yo, this is just some gibberish that he's talking about. Go ahead and go ahead and prove me wrong. Then you would see what I'm talking about. Okay, now, so those are some of the 13 steps that I wanted to go over. Again, I didn't want to be too deep into it, but right now, what I'm about to bring on the special guest. Now, I remember the first time I met him was in Blackfriars when we had our office, and this guy was just super clean. Okay, I was just impressed by his knowledge of the market. I had just started. I didn't know nothing. Okay, so this guy, he was like the superstar of trading at that time. He still is. Okay, but when he finished his training, I was like, yo, this is the guy I want to be like. Okay, he had everything. He had a car, he had the job, he was suited and booted. He was physically, what's up? Okay, he was physically, he's got the body. I was like, yo, when I grow up, I want to be like him. Okay, so again, I remember when he just finished his trading, he was really impressed. Why is this flicking like that? Okay, cool. Mad. Right. So yeah, so as I said, one thing that he really impressed me was, you know, he actually showed his upline. Okay, he showed his upline how to trade. Not really how to trade, but like he really put him on, because his upline strength was in the business side. But again, when he elevated, he went further into trading. His upline was like, no, I need to do this. So again, he's not just someone that's like, oh, let me wait on my upline. He really came in and he really just went for it and started using the products and the services. And, you know, today, his upline, his mentor is not here. But guess what? He's still doing his own thing. And this is why I love this so much, because once you master that skill set, understand this is a skill set. This is a lifetime skill set. It's within you forever till you die. Okay, it's within you forever till you die. Secondly, you know, every day I wake up and I'm just forever grateful for what's happening. The reason why, as I said, is because this trading is really, really different. But more so, you know, I'm grateful that Montel brought me on onto here. The reason why I say this is because, yes, everything is awesome in terms of, you know, us making money and stuff like that. But if I'm able to just quickly share my screen, and you guys will get what I'm talking about. Okay, again, I just had to bring this up, but it's like this. It's like meeting people like this. I don't know if this is a bit blurry, but it's meeting people like Jeffrey. Okay, honestly, one of the best things that ever happened to me in this industry was for me to be very, 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 very close to this individual. Okay, you know, for me to call him a brother, for me to call him a friend, for me to call him a mentor was everything that I wanted. Because as I say, when I first started, he was part of this elite group where he had Young Fibonacci, he had Kevin, he had Ishmael, and he had all of these guys. And all I wanted to do was just be part of them. Okay, I did everything it took. I remember when I knew he was hosting events where he was on the flyer. I'll be there as a cameraman. Now, mind you, I didn't know anything about videos. I didn't know anything about editing. But guess what? I was there, and I didn't want to be there as a selfish person. I wanted to be there to provide value to the team. So I was there. You know what? I've got a camera. Let me be there. I was learning how to trade from Jeffrey. I was learning how to trade from Jordan, and I was plugging into these. I was helping out the team because I was just getting some videos and whatnot. Stop sharing. Cool. And again, the last thing as well is, as I said, I'm forever grateful to have him in my life. I'm forever grateful to have him as a brother, as a mentor. And honestly, he showed me everything, man. I'm forever grateful because anytime I wanted him for a one-to-one, he showed me everything, guys. He showed me how to use the harmony scanner. He showed me how to go, because he was the one who introduced me into swing trading because, again, of his lifestyle and whatnot. But guys, that is literally put in some one, and let's give him the welcome he deserves. Okay, Mr. Jeffrey, Mr. Pew Pew. Okay, and the founder of Kaizen Pixology. Let's go, bro. I think you can unmute yourself.
Yeah,
there you go. Kick it off, bro.
Okay. Thank you for the introduction. When you were just showing that message right there, I was like, oh yeah, I nearly forgot about that. But yeah, I remember even when we done our first session together, I can't remember how long ago, you was telling me about our first session when we actually jumped on, and I was like, oh wow. Like half of the stuff I do and personal sessions I do with people, I don't remember, because like you said, it's just about helping everyone just get onto the same level. So for me, I believe that the more I give, then the more I'm going to get. Whereas other people think the more I give, the more other people are going to get and they're going to go past me. So that's the different mindset that I always had every time I'd done sessions. And I've only been training for just over 2 years. I learned everything I know now with IM. Many people think I've been training for like 10 years or something. I'm like, no, I just started 2 years ago. Okay, so everything I know now is from IM. So it's just literally like, girl, just plugging into the products and going from there. Okay, so if this is the first time you've ever seen me, my name's Jeffrey Edahs. I've been part of the company for just over 2 years. Yeah, like I said, my upline introduced me. I was his first ever sign up. And then from there, we just built what we're called now Mastermind. And we're just well, it's a big team across many countries. And yeah, we've kind of built the best of both, where we've got traders and we've got people that just like do the business. Okay, so just combining those together, it makes a very good harmony. Okay, so yeah, one of the main things that I actually got started with when I started trading, why I actually got started, was because simply I just wanted to clear my credit card. Okay, I helped my mom start a nursery business for children. Also at the time, I think 2 years before that, we bought a house. So literally all the money I got was just to basically get my mum financially free and retired. Okay, so she hasn't worked for the last 4 or 5 years now. Okay, so obviously now she's running a business. So that's the only work that she does, and we just help out with that. We've got staff. Yeah, that's all good. But that was my main thing. I said, okay, I'm gonna help my mum start this nursery. I'm gonna probably use my credit cards, which I did. Ended up in debt, and I was like, I need to clear this. So within 9 to 10 months, that debt was cleared. And then from there, we just started to go. And once I cleared that debt, I remember I started to get a little bit excited. And everyone knows me as Party Jeff because I just party a lot and go on holidays and everything else. Because, like Gaurav said, if you're coming from a background where you're very privileged, like you wasn't privileged, once you do start seeing money, it does get to your head. And if you're young and you don't have a direction of where that money's going, before you know it, stuff starts happening. Okay, so I came from Nigeria. I was born there. I came here when I was 6 years old to the UK. When I say here, came when I was 6 years old, and I lived where all the Nigerians live once you go to London, which is Peckham. So I lived in Peckham. Okay, and then stayed in a 1-bedroom house with my mum and my brother. We all slept on the same bed, sharing one room. Literally everything was just in one room. Okay, had access to the kitchen and bathroom. But that wasn't nice. That's how our journey started. And then now to sitting in the house we're sitting in right now, I can just look out I'm in my dining room and looking into the garden. I'm like, it's a nice garden. And my mum's happy, my brother's doing his thing, and it's like life's just carrying on. And now we're thinking about buying a second mortgage and building business sideways. It's just different. Okay, so everything's a process. You have to understand that. Okay, so one of the main things I just wanted to come in here and just share, like, Gaurav, is more about mindset. I know everyone wants to see the charts and see how you find sniper entries, but without the mindset, those sniper entries don't happen. Because if you don't have the mindset to study, then how are you gonna find the sniper entries? It don't make sense. People just wanna. This is a saying I like to go. People wanna start at the finish line. You can't start at the finish line. You need to start your race and get to the finish line. Okay, so understanding that's what gets you to where you need to be. And people see me partying a lot, but Gaurav could kind of back me on this as well. Most of the time, let's say I went out yesterday, okay, for example. Before I went out, you didn't see the 8 hours of work that I put in before I left my house, before I took a shower. You did not see me studying. You did not see me doing calls. You didn't see me doing any of that. Because why? I don't need to snap that. Many people like to snap it, okay, because, I don't know, it makes them feel good. And they feel like if people see me putting in work, then I'm doing great. But I'm one of those people, even finances, I've never been one to publish my trading account. I've never been one to say I've made this much residuals. No one to say, oh, I've got this. I'm not that person. I don't like having a limelight, even though people like to put it on me. Okay, so understanding that, putting the work in the background. I remember when I used to work and I used to go into the train and I had IM recordings. I used to record the videos, put on my phone, go into IMTV literally on the train so I could watch it. And then I'll be on a bus watching it, coming back, 1 hour of IMTV, 2 hours sometimes, do my calls, finish, literally still doing the same thing. So no one sees that for 2 years. They just see, oh, Jeffrey's this trader now that's now started his own company and he's doing quite well for himself. No one sees the rest of it. Okay, so do your work in the background and the rest will follow. It's as simple as that. Understand the process, go with the process, and go with that. Okay, so in regards to kind of just showing what Gaurav was talking about in regards to a journal, this is why we always keep a journal, just to show exactly. I mean, this was a nice trade. I just thought, yeah, I was doing a session before I jumped on here, but that was a nice trade. This is how you get sniper entries, and just understanding things like external liquidity, understanding that we're looking for specific things. This is how we get sniper entries. What we're targeting. We're targeting for this week, 489 pips. What have we done so far? I think just over 200. And you can see the entry on that. It's sweet. Okay, boom, 250 pips is heading back into this area if we look for a re-entry. But regardless, I take print screens of nearly every trade I take. Nearly every trade I take print screens of it. Okay, why? You need to journal. If you don't understand why you're doing things or why things are happening, it's just like your life. If you keep on getting to the same relationships all the time and they don't work out all the time, you're like, why is this happening to me? Go back, look at what's happening. Say, oh, this is why I went wrong. Oh, this person was basically the same person as that person. They've done the same thing. So maybe that's why things turned out exactly the same. So having a journal of exactly what's going on helps you track what's going on. So this is a trade, like I just showed you, you had, this was a trade before. When did I print screen it? June 11th, before the market opened. Okay, when the market opened. And then I took another print screen. Boom, we're in, heads down. Okay, so you need to understand these little things. And when I look at, let's say I lost this trade, I could go back and look at this picture thinking, where did I go wrong? What didn't I see? Oh, maybe I missed this imbalanced area. Oh, maybe I missed this. So I can literally go back now and say, what did I miss? What didn't I see the first time that I'm looking at it again? And now I've lost this trade. Why did I miss it? And then I could obviously this one, but I take principles of everything. So I could literally go back and say, why did I lose that trade? Go back test. And then next time I see it, I'm like, last time I missed this, but this time I see it, this time I'm aware. So maybe I could get a better entry here. Then I'll get a better entry. Okay, so understanding things like that, it makes a world of difference. And this is when people say treat this like a business and you get paid like a business, treat it like a hobby, you get paid like a hobby. Because who's got time to be taking print screens? Recording everything. Maybe going through your when this loads up, maybe going through some of this stuff, writing this stuff down. Who's got time for that? Not many people. This is what makes the difference. Understanding who you are as a trader would then shift everything. If you're one of these people that is joining, let's just say if it's your first 2 or 3 months in a company, that's cool. I can let you slide and say you're just trying out everything. You're trying out all different strategies to see what works for you. But if you're 6 months plus in this company, you still haven't found a strategy, alarm bells should start ringing, because by now you should figure out what's going on. Because one, it tells me a couple of things. It tells me you're just jumping from strategy to strategy because you haven't quite found yourself. 2, you've tried everything and you're still not sure exactly what's going on because you're not putting enough hours. Or 3, you're believing the hype of everything else that's going on. When people are saying Gold Cup this, Gold Cup that, oh yeah, he's do this, oh yeah, this strategy, that strategy, like, so you're just jumping around. Once you find yourself as a trader, you understand exactly what you want. So now your mind is tuned to it. So right now, if I said to you, you don't have a red car in the back of your mind right now, but if I said to you, oh, I like a red car, maybe you should look for a red car. If you go on the street right now, what are you going to see all the time? Red cars. Because your mind is just focused on it now. Okay, so once you understand what type of trader you are, and that's called reticular activation system. Okay, once you understand that, and once you tune your mind to looking at certain things, like right now, I could literally look at the charts. I only mark out the charts just to illustrate to other people. But right now, I can look at the charts and see everything. I don't need to draw these lines no more because my mind is tuned to see exactly what's going on. I know what I want. I know where it needs to go to. I know I need to enter off this candle. And like, I know all of that, but I just mark it up so my mind stays sharp. And when I print screen it to show to other people, they're like, okay, I know what you're talking about, because I would say, oh, look for the last up candle, like where? So now my mind is tuned to these things. So you need to understand these little things that makes the biggest difference. Okay. So once you understand what type of trader you are, this is how you can start journaling. You start understanding what you're looking for as a trader. I know I'm looking for all these things to happen. My minimum risk to reward is 1 to 7. If it's less than that, I don't care. I'm not taking the trade. If it's 1 to 4, no, I'm not interested. Okay, because I understand what I'm looking for. Okay, I understand what type of trader I am. I'm a swing trader, like Gurav said. Because my lifestyle, if I'm always traveling and I'm always partying, what time have I got to be looking at the charts? I haven't got time to be scalping, to go, oh, let me look for 30 pips and be happy. No, I need to find that big, long move and play it out. It might take a week. It might take 2 weeks. No problem. I'm still going to make the same pips. I could keep stacking my orders. I could turn a 400 pip move into a 1,000 pip move. And if you don't believe me, I mean, that could be for another session, but Gurav's seen it. He understands what stacking orders is. Okay, so that's the type of trader I am. So I understand that. So when people are getting happy over, oh, this pair is doing this and this pair is doing that, if it's not on my watch list and I haven't seen it that week, I don't care. Well done. Make your pips. I'm going to clap for you. For me, I don't care. If I'm not watching it for that week, this week, I was watching 4 pairs. Euro CAD, which we caught from there. Euro AED, which already done my kind of weekly target. Okay. Again, what do? I print screen every single trade. Okay. Let's print screen every trade. I'll go into this page after. Okay. Print screen every single trade. So Euro AED, again on Sunday. Looked at the 30-minute chart. I said, that looks like a good setup. Draw 2 lines, and I literally analyzed this in 30 seconds. 30 seconds, I analyze this chart, right? Put this here, put that there. All right, cool. I know I want when the market opens. When the market opens, what happens? I put my sell limit, and boom, it hits there. It goes down 300 pips. It's not come down to the area I want it yet to, and this is where we are right now. And this is 30 seconds analysis. Literally 30 seconds. I'm not even playing games. Like literally 30 seconds of analysis. Okay, because I understand what I'm looking for. It's the same thing over and over again. This is why we trade this way. There's no guessing. It's either it's going to happen or not. Okay, this is literally it. Okay, so this is what we do, and then once we come back into it, so the next thing, once you understand what type of trader you are, you have to understand where are you in life. What is your goals? Why do you want to make 7 figures? Why do you want to make 6 figures? If you do get that money, what are you going to do with it? Why are you so anxious to make it by tomorrow? Like, is there some house that you need to buy by tomorrow? Is there an auction? Is that why you need 100K tomorrow? Like, understand why you want the money in the first place, and then understand the process behind it. Okay, so let's say you started your account with £200, okay, and then you had a pip goal of 200 pips per week. And remember, I just said this Euro AD trades. I mean, I think it was, okay, 320. So my pip goal for the week, this is not my main compound sheet because I always use this to show people just examples. So I've got next one that I fill out. But let's just say you started 200 and you always target 200 pips per week. Okay, cool. Your first week might be slower. Okay, your first month, should I say? You might make £140 in that week of 200 pips using a 0.02, 0.03. Yeah, that's it's money. It's not anything exciting. It's not going to pay your bills. Maybe it pays some bills, but you're just looking at this thinking that's like £140 in a month. Yeah, what's that going to do for me? Okay, all right, cool. So what now happens when we skip to half a year? So remember, this is a compound sheet. So the more money you have, the more money you get to put down per trade. So we go from 0.02 to now using that lot size, okay? Get to use a mini. So now you've got 10K in your account. You can use a lot size, sorry. You can use a standard lot size. There you go. Now your profits from now making £40 a day, you can now make your monthly salary in a day. Just following this rule, 200 pips per week, 200 pips per week. It's like a game. It's like, imagine you play jungle. What's those games I used to have on iPhone, like Jungle Run or whatever it's called? Okay, you go to the next level, you get better weapons, or Call of Duty, you get better weapons, you got upgrades. This is what this is basically. To me, this is my mindset. I'm like, oh yeah, let's get to the next level so I can use a bigger lot size. I've got better weapons. This is literally my mindset. So let's say we skip down to 1 year, 52 weeks. I mean, you might need a special broker to use these kind of lot sizes, but let's say you're making 423K a day or a week, sorry. Yeah, it is a day actually. So let's say you're making that per day. Do you understand how powerful this is? Just using 200 pips, using your right lot size. This is only risking 3% each time. Using the right lot size, and you just keep on doing the same thing. Yes, there's going to be losses in there. It's not always going to be exactly, let's say this wasn't 55K because you took some losses, but it's 49K. Would you not still be happy? Of course you would. Okay. Let's say you do this exact same thing 2 years down the line. Now you've got 27 mil per day. I mean, yeah, you can see the figures there for yourself. I mean, I don't even know if you can use those lot sizes, but let's just imagine you're just following this rule of making 200 pips every single week. And the way I do this for the mindset, because I know some of you make 200 pips on a Monday and you're like, damn, the market is open for 4 more days. What am I going to do? And you just want to trade. And before you know it, you lose your money. Now you're chasing your money, you lose even more money. Okay, so what do? I create a separate account for my compound because I know once I hit my target for that, I don't need to touch it no more. And I could still leave. I mean, Euro AD is done 330 pips. I mean, my target was done by the time it got here, but I just left it running. And then when I saw this happening, I was like, all right, I'll close. That was because I twin trade, which means I put the same position 3 or 4 times. Okay. So that 200 pips is not really 200 pips. I mean, it's more like 600 pips. Okay. But that's the value of twin trading. That's the value of understanding what's going on. Okay. So on my compound account, I'm done. When this was Tuesday, I was done. Enter the Monday, Tuesday, I was done for the week. So now I'm just trading for the sake of it on my other account because, yeah, I like trading. I like to show people trades. When I see good setups, I'll take them. But on my compound account, I don't touch that. I go on my other account to do that. Because if I lose on this account, I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. On my other account, I'm done for the week. If I see another setup, no problem, I could take it because that's what this account is made for. Okay? But on the other account, it's not getting touched until next week. Okay? So that's how the mindset now sets in because imagine on my compound account, I kept on trading. I was like, I still need to make my 200 pips this week. And if I don't do it, I'm going to be upset and then end up losing it all. So that's the shift in mindset that you need to have. And it makes a big, 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 big difference. Okay. So understand this. I mean, if you don't have this, I mean, Gurav might have a version of, there's 2 versions of this. There's a percentage version and there's a pip version. I like the pip version because it's, yeah, I just like it better. I don't like calculating stuff. Okay. I'm not the best at maths. Okay. I don't like calculating stuff. I just like this version. So if Gaurav doesn't have this version, then I'll send it to him. He can send it to you. Okay. Or just if you, yeah, I don't know how you go into this call, but just message one of us. We'll get it to you. Okay. So this is how you now start painting a picture. And I said, if you want to change the figures, you can change the figures. Let's just say you're happy to start with 500 and you need only 200. So now you could use a bigger lot size from the get-go, but you're making more money from the get-go. So, and if you started with 200, you would have made this in about a month. Okay, sorry, you would have made this in about a month or two. But by month one, you've already made that. If you obviously had a bigger figure, that's what I'm talking about. It's like a game. The bigger your account gets, then the more lot sizes you could use, the more money you make. So let's say we do the same thing. We go to half a year. Okay. Remember there, it was, what was it at before? I can't remember. Well, this is half that. Okay. So let's go to week 52. What does that look like now? Oh, 5 million a year. Not bad, right? And like I said, there's going to be losses. It's not going to be picture perfect, but let's just say half of that in a year, which is 2 mil. Okay, let's just say you made even half of that within a year, which is basically 1 mil. Okay, let's say 50K. I mean, it's not bad. It's like a yearly salary, right? Off your phone, you can still live your life. You can still do what you want. Okay, so this is how now you start to figure out. You can see how everything follows itself. So when you make this live account, you can see how everything follows itself, because if you don't study, you don't have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you're lost in a source. If you're lost in a source, you don't make no money. If you don't make no money, it just keeps on going downhill from there. So once you make your live account, these are the things you need to follow. Like, it might sound like gibberish, and I know some of you are itching just to see how you get sniper entries, but I said it doesn't matter. If your mindset is not there and you want to make 100K by tomorrow, you've lost already. You've lost already. Treat this live account like it's the last money you've ever got. If you see it like that, believe me, you won't be taking half of the trades you're taking now. And I can even ask some of you right now, if you had 100K in your account right now, would you be trading the way you're trading right now? Let me see some answers in the chat box. So some of you are saying you would be trading exactly the same way you're trading now with 100K in your account. Okay, so for you guys that said yes, you're on the right path. Because if you're doing exactly what you're doing now, that means you've got more money, you've got a bigger lot size that you can actually trade with. Okay, well, if you say no right now, then you need to change some stuff. Because yeah, if you can't do it with a £100 account, there's no way you'll be able to do it with a 100K account. Because imagine, with your £100 account right now, I don't know what lot size you're using. You should be using 0.02 or 0.03 at max. But let's just say you're in £7 drawdown. You're like, damn, I'm losing a trade, £7. Let's take it to 100K now. Let's do exactly the same with 3% of that account. Can you imagine what 7K drawdown at minimum would look like? How would you handle that? How would you handle it? Not many people can. Not many people can. Okay, just imagine being a 7K drawdown in an account right now, looking at your phone, just thinking, damn, 7K down. It's a whole different ball game. So that's why we say, if you can't do it with a £100 account, you can't do it with a 10K account. If you can't do it with a 10K account, there's no way you're doing it with a 100K account. If you can't do it with a 100K account, there's no way you're doing it with a 7-figure account. It's just not going to happen. Imagine having a 7-figure account. Can you imagine being 70K in drawdown using the right risk management of 2 to 3%? And I know most of you leverage more than that. So let's just say, can you imagine being in 200K drawdown? No. So this is where self-discipline comes in. Okay, this is why we say take the precautionary steps to get to where you want to get to. It might look slow. It might take you longer than someone you've seen in weeks. And I know there's this video of this 17-year-old boy doing it. I can't remember how much he even made, 170K or something in 2-3 days. I don't know, I can't remember. But I remember that video circulated. Okay, can you imagine that? Okay, so this is what Guru was saying. Don't look at that next person and say, oh, why am I not doing it like them? Why are they making this much money right now? Why am I not making this money? Everyone has their own time. Everyone has their own time. You don't know what's going on in the background. You don't know if this person is literally staying up every single day, having 2 hours sleep and grinding. And then the next person is literally sleeping 13 hours a day, coming to the charts and like, oh, this trade looks nice. Let me take this trade. And then they lose or they make this much money. You don't know what's going on in someone's life. This is why I always say, understand the process, do what you need to do, keep it stepping. This is why I've never been an advocate of someone that says, oh, let me show my account. Like, why am I showing my account for what? I mean, it might motivate some people, but what's that doing for your life? You're going to go back to your chart and say, oh, Jeff made this much money. I should make this much money now. I mean, it doesn't happen like that. Okay? So this is why you understand your own lane. You understand what type of trader you are. Focus on a few pairs. I mean, Graf said I had maximum 3 to 4 pairs. Like, I watch 6 pairs predominantly, and you notice that some of these are duplicates. CAD JPY 2 times and gold 3 times because the charts are slightly different. And then apart from that, I focus on GBP, USD, and JPY because why? They do the same thing roughly. Okay. Then Euro GBP I don't trade, but I have it there because I know if this is going up, then GBP, JPY, and GU should be going down. So they correspond with each other. EN and EA, they roughly do the same thing with each other again. So I understand if they're going up, then the other should be going up. EA has a better pip count than EN, but EN moves quicker than EA. So you can see why I trade similar pairs because I understand how they move. And why do I know that? Like Graf said, you study it. I understand why they move slower or quicker or why one has a better pip count. Okay, then we move to EuroCAD. This is not one I usually trade, but because team members are requesting it, I just put it to my watch list, marked up this chart, and then here we are. Okay, then the other ones I focus on is UCAD and CAD JPY. Why? Because they do the opposite of each other. If CAD JPY is going down, then UCAD is going up. If I mark one out, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy UCAD for the next 2 weeks. What do you think I want to do then? Why not go to CAD JPY and sell CAD JPY for the next 2 weeks? And you can see this entry here. Boom. Seller's remorse, entry. How much pips has this done so far? Okay, 340. UCAD. Okay, buyer's remorse over there. 390. Just understanding they do the opposite of each other. Why do you need to trade everything? And gold obviously is my baby. I've got 3 different charts just to illustrate. I love her. Okay, they all represent different things. And I'll show you on the monthly. I've got this marked out on this chart. On this chart is more for intraday trading, like day-to-day trading. On this chart, it just marks out my quarter points. So I understand exactly where I'm at all times with gold. I understand what levels it's going to reach. I understand what quarter points it's going to reach. I understand where we need to get to. On this one, it's just simply what's happening on the micro schematics, which is basically this. Okay, picture perfect. Okay, so this is what I do. This is how you now become a proficient trader, looking at long term, looking at bigger time frames. I know most of you are so caught up and looking at the 1 minute, 5 minute, and trying to make your whole trade from there. Go on a bigger time frame, see what's happening. If I knew how to trade like this in 2015, like I always say, since 2016, guess what I'll be doing? Buying gold. Why? Because I knew this was the target. Where are we now? Boom, at the target. What's the next target? Weekly candle. Play these highs. Understand the bigger picture. Until we get to the weekly candle, there's 1,000 pips. So what do you think I'm doing for the next 2-3 weeks? I'm buying. Just understand the bigger picture. Your mind is so much more at ease. You just keep stacking your orders. And this is how you start enjoying trading. Like right now, I actually genuinely enjoy trading. Like I actually genuinely enjoy trading because I understand what's going on at all times. Not at all times, but majority of the time I'm like, it's heading here. So what do I want to do? Every opportunity I get to buy, I'm going to buy. And that's how simple it is. Okay, so understand that, and then stuff like that becomes like second nature. You understand trades much more easily. Your mind is much more at rest, and then you just start enjoying this stuff. Trading is a very stressful game once you don't know what's going on. But once you understand what's going on, it's just like a game. Just like a game. Okay, I'm wondering if I print screen this as well. I just want to show you something. I don't think I print screen that. No, it's in the other chat. But GU here, when this happened on Friday, I said we're going to get back into this area and we're going to sell off again. What happened? We got back into this area, 50% of this imbalance. And here we are. We're selling off since Monday. Okay, it's done 280 pips so far, 290 pips. Where am I targeting to go? Ah, cool. So we've got perfect entry over there, boom. And we could get 700 pips out of this. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know if it's going to take it all the way there. But so far, I've made 200 pips from it. You can see the difference in mind shift. Okay, so that's it from me. I don't want to take the session too long, but what I want to do is I want to open up the floor for Q&A. Like, what questions do you have? What are you struggling with? What do you think might help you? Ask me. Okay, is everyone shy or just don't know what to ask? Okay, we got one. Amrit Pal, more understanding of the institution. So again, it's all there for you. Same way I've learned, you could learn. It's all there for you. You watch Go Live, you understand what they're talking about, you take notes and you study it. So this is what people do. People always go to watch sessions. Like you're probably watching a session right now, you're probably not taking notes. And then once the session's done, you're done. You go to the next thing, you go through Instagram. Like, oh, that's a nice car, or she looks nice, or he looks nice. Oh, what's happened with the Kardashians? And that's it. You forgot everything that we just spoke about for the last hour. And then you come to the next session, you do the same thing. So why do you wonder why you're not growing? Because you just come on sessions for session's sake. You go into the session, you take your notes, you understand what's happening. Even if you're not a note taker, you understand what's happening in the session. And then once the session is done, you go to test it yourself. You go to see what's happening. You go to fill out your Excel sheet. You do these things. You take the steps right after the session. And then it sticks into your mind. Why do you think I could just look at charts now and I don't really need to mark them up, but I mark them up because I just want it to stay there? Okay, that's the difference. That's what you could do. Okay, study when you watch these sessions, then go into it, and then you can see what's going on. Okay, so let's go through the chat box. What's my routine with trading, please? Morning and night. I mark up my charts on the monthly, daily, and then I understand where price is going long term. So you can see how I drew this arrow from there, and we had our entry nicely. Okay, when this dropped on Friday, I said we need to get back into here, and then we're going to sell at least to this level. So I've marked that up on a daily. So for the next week or so, what do you think? I don't need to mark this out no more. I already know where it wants to go, and you can see the reaction. So I don't need to mark this out anymore. I mean, there's one line there on the daily, compared to if I went to the 1 hour. If I went to the 1 hour, like how many entries or how many lines might I have on a 1 hour? There's so many, and it's confusing. I always say this analogy. When you go to Google Street Map View or whatever it's called, most of you get stuck on Street View because you're looking at a 1 hour and 30 minutes. When you zoom out and you go to Earth View and things like that, you can see all the streets. You can see if a fire is happening there. You can see what's happening there. You can see literally everything. And then you take the course of action to say, I'm going to take the street. That's the difference. Look at the bigger time frames. It helps your mind so much. Okay. And then you don't need to look at the charts all the time. Like when I entered on, what trade was it? UCAD. Okay. UCAD's when it was here. I can't remember. I think this is the one. No, that's when it happened already. Why the hell is that there then? What the hell? Did I just replace it? Damn, I think I replaced it. Oh. What the hell is going on here? I just flipped all my charts or something. Oh man, I need to find that again. But maybe it's on this. All right, cool. So UCAD, when it was at what is price level? 41,490. Okay, 41,490. You can see I already understood what's going on there, and I'm gonna sell. You can see the black arrows going all the way down. Where's it going down to? Here. So we was at 490, right? 4190, which is up here, and then boom, I held this trade for 2-3. How long did I hold this trade for? About 3 weeks. Okay, and every time it came up, I was selling again. Came up, sold again. Came up, sold again. Sold again. Sold again. Boom. We finally got into our area. Okay, so this is the understanding. Once you have that understanding, it's like playing a game. Literally, you just understand what's going to happen, and then you're like, how do I maximize this? And then you maximize your trades. And look where UCAD is now. It's bounced up, and I've drawn this arrow here, and look how prices are reacting off it. Okay, so it's just understanding that and understanding that everything I've learned is there for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for now. I'm going to let Gaurav show you his screen in regards to his trading plan, and then I'll still answer questions on the side as well. Okay, so let me see what else was there.
Okay, cool. Guys, can you guys hear me? Jeff, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Well, bro, thank you for that, man. That was fire. I definitely took some notes, and I know these guys definitely did as well. But just on the note, man, I just wanted to go over a couple of things just to, you know, follow up with what you said, so you guys have a better understanding of what we're talking about here. So as Jeffrey mentioned, you know, I wanted the teacher to go first, because as I said, honestly, he did put me on this, and all I done was I just edited to my liking. Okay, so for example, you know, you guys would see we've got pretty much the same format. Right, there you go. There's the ideal setup over here. I like pictures. Okay, I know he's got his words and stuff. I like pictures. I'm more of a visual guy. So all I did was I took screenshots. Right. This is my ideal play, mitigation, IPAs, imbalances and stuff. These are my confirmations. You know, we've got FU candles, equal lows, equal highs, imbalances, my trend, my Fibonacci. So I know he's got a discount buying and premium selling as well. So it's all there. Okay. But where it differs and where it kind of changes a little bit is Jeff is much more of a swing trader, whereas me, I'm much more of like an intraday kind of guy. So I'll do things off percentages, and I'll show you that in a minute. So for me, my trading style is I'm more of an action price action trader. Okay, I follow what price is doing. This can take 5 minutes, guys. This can take 1 hour, 1 day. Doesn't matter in terms of the timing. I'm gonna do what price is doing. Okay, and for me, I look at the 1 hour and the 4 hour as well. 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. That window I like, and you know you would see so his RNR is 1 to 7, whereas my RNR minimum is a 1 to 3. Okay, minimum. All right, and I've added this last column here in terms of fundamentals. This is what I like to look for. I don't look at everything and everything, red and amber folders only, and also I don't look at opinions. I only look at facts, figures such as Brexit, unemployment, interest rates, and whatnot. It's all there. Okay. Now same thing like how he mentioned, but for me, what I've got is I've got my time, my date, and my pair, and my buy, my sell, my order type as well. Because, you know, if I'm seeing that I'm not succeeding with buy limits, why on earth am I going to keep on doing them? If I'm seeing that I'm not succeeding with market execution, why on earth am I doing them? Okay, there's my, you know, lot sizes, there's my risk to reward, 1 to 7, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 3, and whatnot. Okay, those are my confirmations, and you know, those are the results, stop loss, take profit, and whatnot. Then, you know, this is something that really helped me as well. Feelings before the trade, okay? Feelings during the trade, feelings after the trade, and insights, okay? What went well, what didn't, and whatnot. There you go. You can just write it all down there for you. Now, as I said, I'm much more of a visual kind of guy, so I like to take screenshots rather than, you know, Mr. Jeff's got the links. So I rather take screenshots. For example, I've got the date, I've got to buy the currency pair. There's my entry. There you go. It happened. And then boom, we've got the results in terms of pips, and then we've got the results in terms of percentages, the last thing. So for example, buy Euro USD, that was 114 pips, take profit, and then 18% growth. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean by percentages. I also do the same thing with the products that I use. Okay, so as I'm developing myself to become a self-sufficient trader, I'm plugged in and I'm using the products. Behind every educator, we have a product. And behind every product, guys, there's an educator showing you how to get things done like them. So there's my befores, there's my after, and then there's my, you know, lot sizes, there's my results, and then boom. Okay. So for example, I know this week and a couple of other trades. Oh, it's not showing this one. Okay, cool. I know like this week and the start of May to June, I caught something like 260 pips just on bounce back. Okay, and again, I do the same thing with Steady. Steady was kind of down for the last couple of days because they've been upgrading the platform. I do the same thing with swipe trades as well whenever I'm taking some trades up. And, you know, last thing, we've got the compounding plan. So as you can see, this is very, very different to Jeff, because I like to go for, where he goes for 200 pips a week, I like to go for 8% a week. Okay, and again, wherever you start off with, you go ahead and you compound that. We're looking at the same thing, you know, 53 weeks. There you go, 13K in our account with that 8% growth. But guys, understand something. Both of these compounding plan, please understand the capital does not matter as much compared to the skill set of bagging 200 pips and bagging 8%. Because let me ask you this question. You know, let's just say you're 36 weeks deep in. What's going to take you from 36 to 53 weeks? What's going to take you from 53 weeks to 104, which is your second year into trading? It's the same thing, mastering the 8%. If you're doing pips, mastering 8%, 200 pips a week, 200 pips a week, 200 pips a week. Focus on the skill set, the money will follow. The money will be a byproduct, okay? And yeah, so that I just wanted to quickly go over that. The other thing I wanted to go over, which really, really helped me, was this. having go live notes, guys. Every single session I plug in, I take notes, I take screenshots, I plugged in. Okay, everything, every time they're writing, I'm going over it again and again and again. I'm putting in the time. You guys got to do that. Okay, whenever they're talking about this, look, the difference between investing and trading. Okay, all of that stuff, I'm putting it in. Why? Because I understand the money is going to come. Let me not focus on that. Okay, but let me focus on what I have. I have resources such as Zachary and Jordan. I have Zach McDonald. I have Jenna. I have, Jeff. I have Mike Navarrete. All of these people around me. Okay, we have all of these resources, but we're not using them to our full capability, if that makes sense. Okay, so plug in, and again, just like how I'm plugging in, Rock Kumar, Zachary and Jordan, Jago, Justin, when he does steady, any notes that I'm getting, anything new that I've learned, I'm writing it down. And I know this is with me. So anytime I'm off the market, guess what? I'm reading it again, going over it. So those two were the only two that I wanted to kind of go over to wrap up my side. Let me just quickly have a look at the chat. When you're enjoying long term. Cool. As I said, because of the time, we do have Bob Proctor coming on live right now here with us. So I am going to close off. But again, plug into Jeff's Pipsology sessions if you guys want to have a bit to follow up with the questions and whatnot. Guys, definitely give him a follow on YouTube, not even on Instagram. Give him a follow on YouTube because his YouTube, trust me, is next to none. Subscribe to it. Go ahead, like, leave a nice comment and whatnot. And again, connect with him on Instagram. But guys, this again, drop our gratitude for Mr. Jeffrey for showing us, sharing his content, sharing his nuggets. Because guys, understand, I'm not paying him. No one is paying him for him to be here. Okay. Matter of fact, no one paid him for him to even do the Pipsology sessions. For a lot of us, we have 100+ on the call. Nobody's paying him nothing, yet he's coming on here and he's sharing value. So guys like me, guys like you, with just a passion of having trading work for us and nothing to lose, so we can go and have the best life. So having said that, guys, thank you for plugging in. This has been recorded, so I will send it out to you guys as well. But that is it from us. That is it from me. That is it from Jeffrey. We appreciate you for plugging in. Jeffrey, bro, if you could just type in your YouTube. There you go. Boom. All right. So there you go, guys. It's there. Just type in that on YouTube. It should come up. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you on the next call. Thank you for hopping on.